Hey everyone, building on their impressive line of PC peripherals, ROCCAT is now out with a line of headphones that are aimed right at competitive PC gamers. The one we're taking a look at is the top of the line, which is the Elo 7.1 Air wireless gaming headset. With a one-size-fits-all headband, 24 hours of wireless battery life, a virtual 7.1, and with Turtle Beach's SuperHuman Hearing mode, there are quite a few features for the $100 price tag. So how does it perform? Well, let's check it out. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So if you don't know yet, ROCCAT is Turtle Beach's PC-oriented lineup of gaming peripherals. They have a nice lineup of mice and keyboards and mouse pads that we took a look at recently, but now we're taking a look at this new headphone line. And they do have a few different versions of this. There's a $50 version and another version with 7.1 surround sound that is wired, but we're taking a look at the top of the line. This is the Elo 7.1 Air, so it's wireless with that virtual 7.1 surround sound. Overall, the headset has a fairly large design thanks to the ear cups and that one-size-fits-all headband. Putting this on here, you can see it does extend pretty far out. It's pretty big here laterally, I guess you could say, but the headphones the cans do rotate 90 degrees to lay flat on your collarbones when not in use, which is always a nice thing, and they have plenty of motion for getting a good fit. Beyond that, they can rotate forward quite a bit and also tilt as well, so it's easy to find a good fit on your head. And with the headset turned on here, you can see that there is RGB on the outside of the headset. So on the left ear cup, we have the ROCCAT cat logo, and on the other side, we just have a simple text logo. So something pretty unique and pretty cool for a wireless gaming headset. And colors and different patterns can be dialed in for those in the Swarm app on your computer. All of the controls are located on the left ear cup. Starting at the bottom and working our way up, we have the USB-C port, a power button, microphone mute button, mic monitoring dial, and overall volume dial. This is the first time I've seen a dedicated dial for mic monitoring, which is kind of interesting, and I don't know if it's the best implementation of that. I mean, personally, I would probably just, dial in the exact setting that I want, and then would prefer a just on-off toggle button rather than a dial that I would have to adjust and find the right setting for each and every time. But that does make it really easy to do on-the-fly adjustments if you need to. Moving on to comfort, with these large leatherette-wrapped memory foam ear cups, I found it to be plenty comfortable. On the top here, we obviously have that self-adjusting headband, which has plenty of cushion in it, and it seemed to fit my head just fine. Obviously, I can't speak for everyone, but the whole point of this design is to be a one-size-fits-all gaming headset for, any form of gamer. The Elo 7.1 Air features big 50mm drivers that deliver the kind of industry standard 20 to 20,000 hertz, and they hit really low and sound very powerful and clear throughout that entire range. Within the Swarm app, there's a lot of customization you can do to EQ. Bass heads will love that there is a bass EQ mode that you can dial in from 1 to 10, and even beyond that, you can push up the low frequencies even more to like plus 20 decibels, which is pretty crazy. And even with, all those levels pushed kind of up near the max, I didn't get any distortion, though it does start to muddy some of the higher end. It will cut down on the higher end if you push the low end too high. But even with the bass EQ setting turned up and just kind of listening in a more standard EQ mode, I found the Elo Air to have a very full, very fun sound signature to it. Stereo separation is good for picking out, musical instruments or sound effects in different directions, but being a closed-back wireless gaming headset, it won't provide the massive soundstage that you can get in more dedicated headphones. And along with that sound, one of the main features here, obviously it's in its name, is the 7.1 surround sound. Typically, I don't really use these virtual surround sound settings in game modes or listening to music, and that is also true with the Elo 7.1 Air. It just sounds unnatural to me and I can't get used to it. That being said, the only one that I've ever tried that I do actually enjoy and used over the standard mode was the Razer Black Shark V2 with their THX spatial audio mode. One of the biggest bonuses of the Elo 7.1 Air, in my opinion, for competitive gaming is that Turtle Beach SuperHuman Hearing mode. It's a fan favorite from the console headsets like the Stealth 600 and 700, and so bringing that Turtle Beach sound mode into a competitive PC gaming headset as well, I think is a nice benefit. That sound mode basically compresses a lot of the audio, so it brings up a lot of quieter sounds and makes them louder, but then also enhances frequencies that are critical for in-game cues like reloads or footsteps or enemy voice prompts. It does take away some of the natural sounds of gameplay, but it's easy enough to toggle on and off within the Swarm app if you think that it's too much. In Escape from Tarkov, for example, it can be a little overwhelming to have an in-game headset on and have the SuperHuman Hearing mode turned on as well. Every single little sound is just super loud and super easy to pick out. But if you scav into a raid and don't have any sort of hearing enhancement, then it is kind of beneficial to turn on the SuperHuman Hearing mode. Moving on to the microphone, I would say that it does sound better than a lot of the competition at this price point. A lot of gaming headsets, it seems, are just focused on, very clear comms, which kind of cuts out the natural sound of a voice, and especially in wireless headsets, it takes more bandwidth to send those audio signals through, so sometimes the microphone signal can be lacking because of that. But I found the Elo 7.1 Air to actually sound pretty decent. Here we'll put the microphone on and do a quick sound test. Alright, so this is testing the ROCCAT Elo 7.1 Air to hear how the microphone sounds on this gaming headset. And one interesting thing, there are quite a few tweaks that you can do to this microphone within the ROCCAT Swarm app, although I wouldn't necessarily say that they're all enhancements. So let's hop over there and take a look at that. Alright, so here we are within the ROCCAT Swarm app, and I want to take a look at the microphone settings. So first off, you can change the mic sample rate between 44.1 or 48 kilohertz. You can turn mic noise cancellation on or off. Right now it's on, so I'm going to hit the keyboard a little bit so you can hear how that sounds with that on. Check, check, 1, 2. And then I'll turn it off so you can hear how that sounds with mic noise cancellation turned off. Check, check, 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to turn that back on just for the rest of this video. And then we will go down to mic sensitivity. Right now it's at like 50%, obviously. Hit the keyboard in the background again. And we'll turn it up to like 90%, hit apply, and play with the keyboard again so you can hear how that sounds. And then we'll try turning it all the way down to like 10 or 15. Hit apply, and I'm still hitting the keyboard in the background. Okay, and we'll turn it back up to like 50 and leave it there. The other interesting thing down here is this magic voice mode feature. Right now it's turned off and there are 4 different options. So we'll turn that on and hit apply.
And this is the male voice magic voice mode. So it's kind of like a modulation kind of a thing. So let's go through the rest of the modes so you can hear what those sound like. Next up we have the monster. This is with the monster magic voice mode turned on. And then we'll go down to
cartoon and apply that so you can hear how that sounds. And we'll hop over to female, hit apply, and so you can hear how the female magic voice mode sounds. And now go back up to male.
So I think that's something that's interesting, I guess. I'm going to turn it off.
It's an interesting feature. I don't think it's something that I personally would use very often. I guess if you are someone with a higher pitched voice and you're trying to sound older or mask the sound of your voice a little bit, then you can turn that on and play with that. But I would have rather seen some sort of microphone enhancements rather than these kind of fun gimmicky features, in my personal opinion. And I forgot to mention, this microphone is removable as well. So when you're not using it, you can just unplug it, and that cleans up the look of the headset quite a bit. Within the ROCCAT Swarm app, there are plenty of tweaks you can make to the headset. One cool feature here is you can pin some of your favorite or most used settings categories to a pinned page so they are easier to find. So, if you're just toggling SuperHuman Hearing mode on and off and want a status update on your battery and want to be able to adjust brightness, you can pin these to the pinned page and just get a quick access without going through all the different tabs. One thing I didn't really care for is that the apply button must be pressed to save any changes. So when trying to make some quick tweaks to EQ or microphone settings, it won't automatically update these changes and give real-time feedback without actually moving the mouse down and clicking apply every time. A few times I found myself not actually making the change simply because I forgot to hit the apply button. Overall, for $99, the ROCCAT Elo 7.1 Air is a good wireless gaming headset. With a 24-hour battery life, although I do think the RGB lighting will affect that if you have the brightness turned all the way up, that does outlast a lot of the competition, and the SuperHuman Hearing mode I do think is an advantage for competitive gamers. But it does come at a kind of tough time with some of the competition out there right now. At this price point, $99, that is the same as the Razer Black Shark V2, which is the wired version of it, but that also gets the THX spatial audio modes. I think that the Black Shark V2 is a little more comfortable than what the ROCCAT is, but if you do want to go for the wireless, because there also is the Black Shark V2 Pro as well, which costs $180, so that's almost twice the price of the wireless, Elo 7.1 Air. So you kind of got to figure out, what your priorities are and what you actually want in a gaming headset. Do you really need the convenience of wireless? It is very convenient. You can turn on some music or stream and, walk around your room and work on other stuff. But at the same time, you need to figure out exactly what you're looking for in a gaming headset. If you are looking for a wireless headset in the $100 price range, I do think that the ROCCAT Elo 7.1 Air is a great choice because of the good sounding microphone and that SuperHuman Hearing mode. Those are going to be some really nice benefits for competitive gamers. Well, and that'll wrap it up for our review of the ROCCAT Elo 7.1 Air. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.